Good morning, everybody. Glad to see everybody here. Thanks for all the news, comments, stock picks this morning. Appreciate that. Quick reminder this evening, Wednesday night, public e-learning, 8 o'clock Eastern. No password is required. Pass it on to your friends and neighbors. Invite whoever you like. Looks like we're going to get a move up in the SPY. We're going to get that bounce that kind of looking for here. And the bounce this morning is great. The gap is great. Let's see. Is it going to gap? I've got us at 142. That puts it pretty darn close to that. So we're certainly gonna be up in the little higher area than yesterday's candle. The big question is, will it hold and will it continue? Will it follow through? That's what we need to see today. And it doesn't necessarily have to hold a lot, but it's got to hold. And then tomorrow, maybe we see more follow through. We can do this one step at a time. We need to get back above this trend line here, and that might put us up into some serious bullish territory. LXK featured stock pick for the day. On that featured stock pick, we're looking for buying on strength over 22.52. That's basically yesterday's close. We want to put a stop. This is my plan anyway. Set a stop below the T line. Below the T line. I'll look to buy on a pullback if it does give us a pullback, and then trade from there. And as far as today's stock picks go, the rest of them, BSFT had a little bullish engulf yesterday. We're looking for this to continue up, show some strength today. It needs to be above the 20 and the 50 simple day moving averages, and then it has a shot at moving up, retesting these swing highs. It's all about follow through. That's going to be very important today, and it always is with candlesticks. GWRE. Nice little Morningstar type candle. This doji needs to be a little bit lower to give us that true Morningstar picture. So we could just simply say we have a doji bullish engulf. Closed over the 50, closed over the T line. We need to see continued strength. Possible reversal. You can see we've been trending to the downside. Everything below the T line. We have a close up over the T line. So now what we want is those bullish candles to move up and the T line to be underneath. Simply follow little T line rule there. If you look at the 2 crossing over the 8, we haven't done that yet, and that's why we need that follow through off of yesterday's candle. CNQR, doji bullish engulf. Closed just under the T line. We need to see that continued follow through, and this is where sometimes we get ourselves in a bit of trouble when the market starts to pop like this after being down. Everybody's so antsy and gung ho to be long that we sometimes push things, and we all do it. We all try to catch things down here, even if this opens up strong today, and if it moves up over the T line, we want to buy this. Keep in mind, if it closes back below the T line, this candle means absolutely zero at that point. The trend is still down. What we're trying to do here is change the trend. So if we cannot change that trend, we want to be very, very cautious with this. Me personally, I'm not convinced the market is moving up yet. We have a little bit of a oversold bounce today, so we want to be sure these things happen. We see a doji, a bullish engulf, stock moves up, we buy it, and then it closes down. We make the argument, but that's a doji bullish engulf. Means absolutely nothing if there's not follow through. So please keep that in mind. AZPN, another bullish, a lot of bullish engulfs yesterday. Another bullish engulf closed up. This one closed up over the 50, the 34, and the 20, along with the T line. This is starting to look pretty good here. I like this one. If you look at the our swing low buy signal, the moving averages, so we're not focusing on price so much. There we go. There we go. So we're not focusing on price. We're just focus on the lines there. You can see that we have that swing low buy signal, and that's starting to work right in there. That's a nice chart. Of course, on follow through. GNTX put in a belt hold yesterday. Belt hold yesterday. We want to. What I find happens with belt holds is that many times it takes several days now for it to actually work out. But I want to be ready for it. And if it starts moving, especially over the 50 here, this is where I want to start getting involved. So I'll let this sit back and kind of cook until it gets up over the 50. But I'll certainly keep it on my watch list because it takes some time for the belt hold to get going. A lot of times it wants to create that belt hold and then consolidate to the right. Let's see here. Where are we? POWI, little Morningstar signal, closed up over the T line. We have a little pinball type setup. I say type because we don't quite have the numbers between the T line and the 34, but we have that downtrend. We need to get through the 34 to reach the 50. We want to buy this on strength above the T line and keep tracking it above the T line. Let's see, RVBD, nice bull kicker 4 days ago. Consolidating well over the T line. We want to buy this on any strength, and I'm also going to look to buy this on a pullback. If we look at the line chart, you can see how price, the line has moved way well above the T line here. So what could happen is we see this little consolidation, but the trends still stay intact. Similar to this right here. The trend is up, it pulls back, the short-term trend, but it holds over the T line and then starts moving. So that's what I want this to do. I want this to pull back a little bit, and here's the T line, and I want to look to be a buyer in this area and then have it start moving up. In a perfect world, that's what we'd like to do. So we'll see if it gives us something like that. PHH, another little Morningstar engulfing candle over the T line. We have a nice little bottom building here. We've pulled back, we dojied, we rallied, we pulled back again. We didn't rally, a little bit of a pop, I guess. A little bit of a pop, it pulled back, kind of showing us what a bottom is, and now it's starting to move up. Another very nice chart. Let's take a look at that line chart. If this can move up over the T line, we may have something going right here. Also, when you sometimes we miss it on the candlesticks because the candlesticks are somewhat jagged, and they don't paint a smooth picture. When I see the 2 EMA, this is our faster moving average. You know, we've got a little W type formation right here. So I always want to watch it. That's one reason I look at this T-line chart so much, or just the line chart, is because sometimes it points out what the intention, what the trend is doing, and more so than what the candlestick's trend is doing. Sometimes it's kind of hard to pick up right there if you're just scanning real fast. But PHH might be one to take a look at. Radio Shack had a nice day yesterday. It is absolutely imperative that it moves over this trend line here. If it doesn't, I'm not going to touch it. Yesterday was a great day. That's all fine and dandy. But if we don't have that follow through over this trend line, this is just a great and dandy day, is all it was. GSAT has pulled back after a rounded bottom breakout, pulled back from the 200. Now we're in the 2050 trap, putting in a nice little bottom. We just simply need to see some follow through, and GSAT might be one to take a look at. URZ. URZ also rounded bottom breakout, came right up to the 200 like it was supposed to. It's pulled back, hammered, and then came up. And on this pullback, it certainly has pulled back below this hammer, but you can see here where the buyers started stepping in relatively close, and then close to that 50 area. And then yesterday they certainly pulled it up, little double bottom here. So we want to trade this on strength. Watch for that 200-day moving average target, and then of course strength to the upside. Let's see here. Alrighty, back to the SPY real quick. It looks like we're holding up. We've got about 3 minutes before the open. I've got 142.02. We'll just call it 142. That puts us right near the top, right into the wick area of yesterday's candle. What we need to see is this follow through continue here, and ultimately I want it to break out over this black line here. And what I've done is just laid this on top of the T line. If you want to, if you want to get technical, you can run those tops up there a little bit. We'll see what this comes to. Then we'll have, once it comes up into this area, then we'll have that double tap in there. I use the T line a lot, just kind of give me an idea what things need to do. So over the T line is what I want to see. I'll be watching the 15 to 60 minute charts here this morning, looking for that flip on those charts, and that might give us an indication of what's going on today. With that, I'm going to say good morning again. I'll be right back in a few minutes, and we'll get this market open. Thank you.